travelling with Scoot, you have the option of Scoot Plus. You have web check-in and economy class. It is an all economy class service on this flight. Sometimes Scoot do Scoot Biz, but not on this flight. So it's from this check-in up the stairs here and into the international departures. So we better rush because we've only got 45 minutes to go. So Perth Terminal 1 houses a lot of the non-Qantas and Jetstar type airlines, Singapore Airlines, Scoot Airlines, AirAsia X, etc. This is the second day of the Middle East conflict, so it's interesting to see that a lot of the Qatari and Emirates flights are still out on the apron. If it gets bright before we take off, I'll be able to show you this. But I'm going to head now up to the lounge, which is not included in Scoot Biz, but it's been another way I get onto the lounge. So let's go and get into the lounge and await our trip to Thailand. So it's probably a bit bright, but this is our 787 that's going to be taking us up to Singapore. It's interesting that the Middle East conflict has been going on for 3 or 4 days, and there's a Qatari 777 sitting out on the apron. It's been here for 3 days, and an Emirates A380. Lucky enough, we're only heading up to Singapore, so this doesn't affect us. So when you're boarding the plane, there's on the left hand side there's a Scoot Biz, and on the right hand side there's economy. They asked me not to film at the gate for security reasons, so just giving an update on the boarding process. So heading down now to get our seats. We've actually got a nice upgrade. The Ganesh, the Scoot Airlines rep, gave us I think it's a 6K and 6 whatever it is. So we have extra legroom seats. I was going to pay for these last night, but we actually got these free. So this is a nice upgrade with Scoot, so I'm not going to call them the Ryanair of Asia anymore. So welcome aboard Scoot's 787 Dreamliner. 6K is my flight, or seat, sorry. So up we go. Good morning, thank you. This is my extra legroom seat here, 6K, which is at the back. It's the smallest upgrade I've ever got, but it's nice still. So let's get settled in and show you what it's like to fly Scoot up to Singapore. So I've just got settled in here, so I'm going to just show you the extra legroom here. So there's, it's ample legroom here. It's only actually 4.5 hours from Perth to Singapore. Also the front cabin, I think it's row 6 to 11, are the only cabin seats with headrests. So yeah, we're going to be going soon, so we'll catch up with everyone after takeoff. So at the front of the plane there are, I think it's about 8 rows of what's called Scoot Biz. These are extra big fluffy reclining seats. They don't seem to sell these online, so they weren't offered as an upgrade package, but for a 4.5 hour flight I don't think we need it, but I'm looking forward to some sleep here. So we're just about to push back. Seatbelts are all on, and 4 hours 40 minutes I think we're going to take us to Singapore. So we'll get some takeoff shots and we will hopefully get some shut-eye. Don't think there's a meal service, and I'll go over some of the intricacies of Scoot Airlines. So let's head to Singapore. So we've just pushed back. It's just interesting to note there's a Qatari 777 and an Emirates A380. President Trump has just said this morning that hostilities may last for another 2 weeks, but let's hope these birds get to go home to where they're meant to go to and peace comes to the region. But it's time for us to head to Singapore. Just airborne out of Perth. Crew have just been released. There isn't a lot to review in this flight. One thing about Scoot is everything is an optional extra. You have to pay for meals and drinks. You have to pay for in-seat charging. You have to pay for a snooze kit. Luckily I have my Qatar stuff on my last flight. Oh, the lights have just come on. They've dimmed the cabin windows. We were treated to some beautiful views out of Perth. I'm going to put my earplugs on, I'm going to put my eye mask on, and I'm going to recline my seat. So let me just show you the recline on this. It is a generous recline, has the headrest, so I'm going to enjoy some 4 hour sleep. I'm going to put my mask etc. on here now, and the Scooties, that's the cabin crew, are off to work. So, but I'm going to get some sleep now, so we're revving to Singapore, and if there's anything interesting I definitely will review it. But good morning or good night from somewhere overhead Perth. So we are well on our way into our descent into Singapore, Changi. So I just thought I'd jump on and give a little review just before we land. I'd probably give Scoot nearly a 5 out of 5. The seat was very comfortable, the pitch was very good, the headrest was very good. Admittedly we were in a bit of an upgraded seat. I didn't try the food because it's an optional extra, which I expected on a low-cost carrier. You had to pay for Wi-Fi, again you'd expect to pay on any carrier. Paying for in-flight charging, I think that's a wee bit bad. That's why I'm not giving them a 5. That's why I wouldn't give them a 5 out of 5. But honestly, very comfortable for a just under 5-hour flight. Would I want to fly to Vienna or Athens from Singapore? I don't think so. But all in all, the reputation has been not a great airline. I can't say that. I must say I would travel them again. I thought they were very, very good. The staff are very nice. They dim the lights soon after takeoff, so you get a good evening's sleep. So all in all, Scoot Airlines, yeah, I would definitely travel them again, and no, they're not as bad as they are. So let's get some nice landing shots into their home base of Singapore, and yeah, thumbs up to Scoot. So I'm just going to give you a very quick little review here. So nothing that remarkable about the toilet. You've got your hand lotion, washing up, and your bathroom, your toilet. Sorry. So I better rush because the seatbelt sign has gone on to land. So welcome back to part 2. We're heading down to gate C11 for our flight with Scoot Airlines on their Embraer 190 that's going to take us to Koh Samui. So one thing to remember when you're traveling through Singapore is that the security check is actually at the gate, not whenever you come through passport control. Just to figure this out whenever you're going to board your plane. So take some shots of us getting on the plane. It's going to be a little bit smaller than the 787, but let's go and get our Scoot Airlines Embraer 190 over to Koh Samui. First of all, welcome on board the Embraer 190, and also thank you very much to Ganesh again. Ganesh has in Perth has given us another upgrade to a free upgrade, that is, to extra legroom seats. Let me just show you the legroom of this seat, 11D. It's a emergency exit row, but it's lots of nice room here for this 1 hour 40 flight. As you can see out the window, the rain has just decided to come down in Singapore, so I'm assuming it's going to be much better in Thailand. So let's listen to the safety demonstration and let's get airborne. 1 hour 50 minutes flight to Koh Samui on this little Embraer 190 jet. So we're well on our way on our descent into Koh Samui. We're getting some beautiful views on the left-hand side of the sunset. A very quick synopsis of Scoot Airlines. I honestly went into this thinking that it was going to be a bad experience. I can only say, brilliant airline, brilliant service, brilliant staff. Everything has been great. Another shout out to Ganesh, the check-in supervisor in Perth Airport. He got his extra legroom seats on the Dreamliner and today, so it has made it a very comfortable journey. But I am tired. I can't wait to get to bed this evening. But I would definitely do Scoot again. Also, Perth to Koh Samui was £160 sterling with Scoot. Most other airlines were £300 to £400, so they are a much cheaper alternative. But you're not sacrificing an awful lot because you do get still a good service with a low-cost airline. So I'll give you some nice landing shots into Koh Samui. Yeah, definitely. I'll be travelling Scoot again if I'm out in this direction again. Bye-bye. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you follow my channel. I'm going now to some rest and recovery here in Koh Samui, and until the next trip, we'll see you all soon.